Understanding JavaServer Pages. Introduction. Part 3 of this book addresses the exam objectives that apply to JavaServer Pages JSP. For those of you who are just learning about JSP technology, this chapter will give you all the information you need to get started. 2. 1. What is a JSP page? A JSP page is a web page that contains Java code along with the HTML tags. Like any other web page, a JSP page has a unique URL, which is used by the clients to access the page. When accessed by a client, the Java code within the page is executed on the server side, producing textual data. This data, which is surrounded by HTML tags, is sent as a normal HTML page to the client. Since the Java code embedded in a JSP page is processed on the server side, the client has no knowledge of the code. The code is replaced by the HTML generated by the Java code before the page is sent to the client. Before we discuss how to create JSP pages, let's discuss the need for such a technology. 2. 1. Server-side includes. HTML is a markup language that specifies how to label different parts of data for visual presentation. The hyperlinks provide a way to jump from one piece of information to another. However, the content is already inside the HTML tags. The tags do not create it. They merely decorate it for presentation. HTML by itself produces static web pages, but today, it is necessary for most websites to have dynamic content. To generate the content dynamically, we need something that can allow us to specify business logic and that can generate data in response to a request. The data can then be formatted using HTML. A dynamic web page consists of markup language code as well as programming language code. Instead of serving the page as is to the clients, a server processes the programming language code, replaces the code with the data generated by the code, and then sends the page to the client. This methodology of embedding programming languages within HTML is called the server-side include, and the programming language that is embedded within the HTML is called the scripting language. For example, Netscape server-side JavaScript SSJS and Microsoft's Active Server Pages ASP are examples of server-side includes. They use JavaScript and VBScript, respectively, as the scripting languages. JavaServer Pages is the name of the technology that provides a standard specification for combining Java as the scripting language with HTML. It forms the presentation layer of Sun's Java 2 Enterprise Edition J2EE architecture. The JSP specification lists the syntax and describes the semantics of the various elements that make up a JSP page. These elements are called JSP tags. Thus, a JSP page is an HTML template made up of intermixed active JSP tags and passive HTML tags. At runtime, the template is used to generate a purely HTML page, which is sent to the client. 2. Hello user. To see the benefits of JSP, let's look at the following example. We have written it 3 times. First as an HTML page, then as a servlet, and finally as a JSP page. The purpose of the example is to greet the visitors to the web page with the word hello. 2. 1. The HTML code. Let's start with some simple HTML code, shown in listing 2. 1. Listing 2. 1. Hello. HTML. Body. H3. Hello user. H3. Body. HTML, when accessed with the URL http. Localhost. Chapter 02. Hello. HTML, the code in listing 2. 1 prints hello user. However, since HTML is static, it cannot print the user's name. For example, printing either hello John or hello Mary depending on the user's input is not possible when using a pure HTML page. It will print the same 2 words hello user regardless of the user. 2. The servlet code. The hello servlet. JavaServer implements this example by modifying the service method. This is shown in listing 2. Listing 2. 2 Hello Servlet. Java. Import Java. IO. Import JavaX. Servlet. Import JavaX. Servlet. HTTP. Public class Hello Servlet extends HTTP Servlet. Public void service HTTP Servlet request HTTP Servlet response throws Servlet exception exception string username equal request. Get parameter username. Print writer PW equal response. Get writer. PW. Println. HTML. PW. Println. Head. PW. Println. Head. PW. Println. Body. PW. Println. H3. Hello plus username plus. H3. PW. Println. Body. PW. Println. HTML. When accessed with the URL http. Localhost. Chapter 02. Servlet. Hello Servlet. Username equal John. The code in listing 2. 2 prints Hello John. The user's name is passed to the servlet as part of the URL. The service method sends it back to the browser as part of the generated HTML. 2. 3 The JSP code. Listing 2. 3 contains the JSP code that is equivalent to the previous servlet code. Listing 2. 3 Hello. JSP. HTML. Body. H3. Hello $param. Username. H3. Body. HTML. When accessed with the URL http. Localhost. Chapter 02. Hello. JSP username equal John. The code in listing 2. 3 prints Hello John. Again, the user's name is passed to the JSP page as part of the URL. As you can see from this example, a JSP page contains standard HTML tags. Unlike servlets, it does not involve the explicit writing and compilation of a Java class by the page author. What gives it the power of dynamically generating the greeting is the small amount of JSP code enclosed within the characters $end.